28,000 I need. 28, 30 to you, sir. 30,000, how about 32? Got the 30 done, now 32. 30,000, now 32. 32 to 4, now 34,000, sir. What do you say at 34? 34 he's got, now 36. 34, yes, now 36. I've got 34,000, 36, 38 to you, sir. 38, what do you think at 38,000? 38, he likes it at 38. 40, you got to like it more, Susan, at 40,000. She does. 42,000, 40,000, now 42. 40,000, 42, now 44,000, 42, now to bid 44. Now to go to 44, 44, how about 46,000? 46,000, 44, now 46, 48 now. Now 48,000. 46 is in. 48, 50 bills. Let's go 50,000. 48, now to go to, there's the 50 now, 55, 50, now to bid 50 and a half. Let's go to 55. 50,000, now 50, 50, 55, now to go to 60. 55 now to go to 60,000. What do you think there? 55 goes 60. Sure, cut bid, 57.5. 60 to you, Susan. What do you think at 60? I think she's going to top it. She does, 60. You're welcome back in. You're welcome back in the pool. 65, I got 65. I've got you, yeah, all right, 60. Now 65. Anybody else? 60,000, now 65. Boy, I get so excited. I just, forget the important stuff. Fair warning at 60,000. Heritage Live, one more call at you. You've been quiet. Let's wrap it up. $60,000. Susan, you're a winner. 7503 coming up. And there that goes. Fantastic. Moving right along. That's a beauty. 60,000 on that one. All right, where are my poker players? Look. How can you not, if you have a game room in your, how do you not get this? I mean, it's got the whole deal. Harry Truman's poker, hey, there's a poker face for you right there. Like 48, let's do this.
10,000.
10, 11,000, 12, how about 13? 12 go 13,000. 12 go 13, 13, 14. Give me 15. Someone give me 15,000. 15, you got 14, right? 14, 15 with you. 15,000.
I have 15.
15, not prior 15. It's a tie. Give me 16, somebody. 15 tie. Give me 16. 16, 17,000, 16, 17,000, 16. You got 17 for me? He does. There's a poker face. 17 now to go to 18. 17,000 now 18 now to go to 19,000. He says yes to 19, now 20. 19's and done. Let's go to 20,000. 19 now to go to 20,000. I'm at 19 now to bid 20. 19, yes, go 20 grand. 20,000, now 22. Now 20. I've got 22. Now 20. Now 24. 22 here. Now 24. 22 now 24,000. 24 now 26. Now 28. 24 now 26 here. Now 28 to you. 26 now 28. 26 here, right here. Anybody else? Anybody else then? 26,000. Fair warning at 26 right here. Anybody else? Heritage Live. Throw your chips on the table now. 28. Now 30. Now 30,000. He says yes. He's all in. There you go. 30, that's about all the many jokes I can come up with. 30,000 now 32. 30,000 now 32. 30,000 now 32 grand. 30,000 now 32. 30,000 bid 32,000. $30,000. Now to go to 32,000. Anybody else? Truman had to have a poker face to make that big decision, didn't he? 30,000 now 32. Anybody else? 30,000. Then you are playing poker, my friend. 30 grand. Bidder 101. Outstanding. Excellent. I mean, gosh, the story. I don't know if a poker game could ever get started just telling the story. Anyway, so there I was in the auction. Yeah, it's too late. We got to go home. Here we go. Let's get this. Dwight David Eisenhower, personal Stetson hat, a signature look for him. This is a personal open road Stetson presented as a gift to U.S. Senator and Ike's assist. It's a gift from Ike to his friend. Anyway, and of course, Samantha tells me that Stetson is really from Philadelphia. It's a Philadelphia company. So we had to get that little ad in, right? That little, she goes, thank you. Here we go. What do we have?
4,800.
48, now to go to 5. Now to go to $5,000. Anybody else? Made by Stetson, especially for Eisenhower. I'm at 48 now, 5,000. 48 now to go to 5. Anybody at 5,000? 48 now to bid $5,000. Anybody else? 4,800 now to go to 5. 48 it is. 4,800. All right, we'll wear that hat tonight. That'll be still available. That's okay, no problem. Let's get to Truman's hat. Again, a signature look for him, made by Stetson, especially for Harry Truman. What are we going to do on lot 50?
52.50.
Why not? 55. Now to go to $5,500. 52 half. Now to go to 55. 52.50 bid 55. 52 and a half go to 55. 52 half. 50. It's going on someone's head, just not yours. Anybody else? I'm at 52.50 now to go to 55. Fair warning. We'll do it at 52.50. Who wears it? Internet buyer. That is our HA.com. Love this item too. The buck stops here. Now the sign is a reproduction, but the letter isn't. The silver certificate isn't. This is all the real deal here. What do we have on lot 51? The buck stops here. What do we do?
4,800.
48. Now 5,000. Now to go to 5. 4,800. Now to go to $5,000. Anybody else? Wish more. Politicians would say this. 48 now to go to $5,000. Anybody there at 5,000? 48 now to go to 5. Anybody there at 5,000? 4,800 for the buck stops here. It does. Anybody else? 4,800. All right, we'll hold on to that one. Might be getting it tomorrow. All right, Harry S. Truman autograph letter. This talks about his trip to Europe and how he was treated. Again, this is his own logbook, if you will, his blog, if you'd like. It's a letter to somebody else, lot 52. Let's do it. 5,000, give me 55. 5,000 now, $5,500. I'm at $5,000 now to go to 55. 5,000, go 5,500. He talks in this letter in disbelief that he was mobbed. I can't believe everyone knows me. Like, yeah, I was just walking through and they were mobbed. 5,000 now, 55. 5,000, go $5,500. $5,000 now to go to 55. Anybody else? 5,000. Anybody else? $5,000. 5,000 it is, and it goes to 7107. Outstanding. All right. Wow, always a popular. Maryland can fit in any number of categories that we have, from Americana to sports. We've sold some Marilyn Monroe related items in sports. We've sold them in Hollywood, of course. Photographs. We have several divisions where this would fit. Today it's in the Platinum Night historical sale, lot 53, the Marilyn Monroe photo. But this one is signed to her husband. I love you, Joe. There it is. Marilyn. Anyway, here we go. This is a big one, lot 53. What are we going to do?
41,000.
42 now, $44,000. That'd have been 40. There's 40. Did you have 44? 44, I've got it first. 44 now, 46. 46, 48 now. Now 48. 48 now to go to 50,000. 50, 55. 55 now to 60. 60 now, 65 now, 70,000. Now 70. 65 is here. 70 to you, Heritage Live. I'm at 65. That's old news. 70 to you. I've got you at 65. You're good. 65 now, 70,000. What do you think at 70? 65, your cut bid is out there at 67.5. All those options remain. I'm at $65,000. Anybody else? 70,000, now 75. 75 now to go to 80. Now to go to 80,000. I'm at 80,000, now 85. Now 85,000. 85, now to go to 90,000. I'm at 85, now to go to $90,000. 85 it is, come on, 90. Come on, where's that money? I'm at 90, now to go to 95. 90 bid 95,000. 95, now to go to $100,000. 100. All those advantages are gone now. 100,000 now 110. 110 now 120. 110 now to go to 120. 120. 130 to you, sir. I'm at 120,000. 130,000 to you, and I've got it now to 140,000. 130,000 now $140,000. 40. 140 now 150,000. 140 is done. That's 50. There's the new number. 150. He's on the leaderboard. What do you think at 160? 150,000 now $160,000. I'm at 150 now 160. 160, 170. I've got it, 170. Now 180. Now 180. 170, we've got done. That's old.
175.
They cut. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? 180,000. He knows what he's going to do. 180, now 190. I'm at 180,000. Now 190,000. $180 here. What do you think now, Heritage Live? Now it's the race to 200. I'm at 180 now to 190. 180 now to go to 190. Anybody else? 190. What do you think at 200,000? Don't cut. Don't cut on this one. 190 now. There's two. He's all in at two. Now makes it a little tougher, but I'm 200,000. Let's toughen up. 200,000 now to go to 220. 200,000 now to go to 220. Wow. 220 now to 240,000. Wow. 220 now 240. 220 now 240,000. 220 go to 240. I'm at 220, 230 on a cut bid. Heritage Live, you've got a chance to top that. I'm at 230, 230. What do you think at 240? You have the muscle. Let's do it. I'm at 230 now, 240, $230,000. Anybody else beyond the 230,000 for the Maryland font? 240. Greg, son of a gun. How about 260,000? 260. $240,000. Anybody else beyond 240,000 for the Marilyn Monroe photo? I love you, Joe. 240,000 it is, and that goes to
7114.
7114. And Joe, that was to you, by the way. I love you, Joe. Yeah, thank you. Here we go. Yeah, there it is. That's right. That'll be under someone's tree. Lot 54, the Robert Motherwell's personal philosophy of art, handwritten. So these are two artists, these are big time. This is, again, Robert Motherwell, autograph letter to poet Frank O'Hara on the length of his philosophy and art. So where are my artists out there? Everyone ought to be on this one. We're at lot 54.
4,800.
48, now to go to 5,000. 48 now to go to 5. 48 now to go to 5. 4,800 now, 5,000. We're getting there. I promise. We're in the third quarter. 4,800 now to go to 5. 48 now bid 5,000. All right, we'll do it at $4,800. This whole place is filled with artists. We should have sold that. All right, folks, this is a big one. Heritage, of course, sold a Nobel Prize medallion for $103 million. I actually presided over that sale in New York City a few months ago. And now we have another one. This is the Nobel Prize and Diploma for Economics, of course, right? Chemistry, medicine, economics, peace, physics. This one is the 1970 for economics. This is the diploma awarded to Paul A. Samuelson. This is one of the big ones right here. Again, a Nobel Prize. I have an additional cataloger comment to read on this, which I will do right now. Lot 55. Please see description for additional biographical information about Paul A. Samuelson. So again, one of the really preeminent geniuses on economics. And now we have the privilege of presenting this medallion for your ownership. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the signature items in this signature sale, lot 55, the Nobel Prize medal and diploma awarded to Paul A. Samuelson. What do we have? $380,000, now $400,000. Now to go to $400,000, I'm at $380, now to go to $400,000. Anybody now at $400,000, $380 now to go to $400,000. $380 it is now to go to $400,000, $380 bid $400,000. What do you think at $400,000? Heritage Live, think about this one. $380 now to bid $400,000. What do you think there at $400,000? Remember, we've sold a few of these. We've had the privilege and honor of presenting this from families to the collecting public. This is another example. I'm at $380,000 now, $400,000. Anybody else? And we'll do it at $380,000. That'll stay with us. And again, call Joe or any one of his staff here at Heritage to discuss that one. Let's get to the Bates, the John Bates Clark Medal presented to Mr. Samuelson as well. This is the inaugural recipient of this piece, lot 56. When you're smart, you get a lot of awards. This is one of them, lot 56. What do we think?
10,000.
10,000, now 11,000, 10,000, now 11. That's why I don't have any awards. 10,000, now 11,000, 10,000, bid 11,000. Anybody now at 11,000? I'm at 10 bills, 10,000 now. Again, this is the Clark Medal to present it to Paul A. Samuelson. Anybody else then? I'm at $10,000. We'll leave it at 10 grand. It goes to internet. All right, the National Medal of Science presented by presented to Paul A. Samuelson from President Bill Clinton. So another great award here and a beautiful condition. That award is absolutely stunning. What do we have on it?
9,500.
95, now 10,000. Now to go to 10. Pretty easy decision, I think, for something like this. Anybody now at 10,000? I'm at 95, now to bid 10. 9,500 now, $10,000. What do you think at 10? 9,500 it is, and that'll stay there. That's okay, and that'll move along. So moving right along, we'll get a little bit to literature now. This is the George R.R. Martin two-sign early partial manuscripts of Game of Thrones. We are, of course, the Game of Thrones is actually the first book in the series, okay? The TV show ended up being called Game of Thrones, but this is the first time. I want to tell you how important this is. This is the first time any draft has come up, and this book is the number one. All right, so this is a big opportunity for all of my Game of Thrones folks, for modern literature even. Lot 58, what are we going to do?
14,500.
14,500, now 15,000. Now to go to 15,000. You've already binge watched it. Now it's time to get the manuscript. I'm at 14,500, now 15,000. Anybody at 15? 15,000. Now to go to 16,000. I'm at 15, now 16,000. 15 goes 16,000. 16 now 17,000. 16 goes 17,000. 16 is now to go to 17. 16,000 now 17,000. 16,000. 16,500 now 17. First manuscript. I wonder what the editor said. I'm not so sure. No, I'm only kidding. 16,500 now 17. I'd rethink the title. No. 16,500 now 17,000. 16,500 now 17. 16,500 now 17,000. 16,500. Anybody else then? Anyone else now for the George R.R. Martin to sign 17,000? Why wouldn't you? One of the biggest blockbuster presentations, certainly on TV. Here's the start of it. This is where it all started. 17,000, now 18,000. We've sold Harry Potter original first editions for $500,000. This would even be before that. I'm at 17,000, now 18,000. 17,000, now $18,000. Fair warning at 17. Anybody else? 17 now to go to 18. 17,000, and we'll do it at $17,000 goes to
7,115.
115. Outstanding. All right, folks, moving on here. How about this one? We'll get into space again. We're going to get more into space. We'll get to the moon as well. Lot 59. This is Clyde Tombaugh's 1933 handmade 5-inch first Richfield telescope in the U.S. There it is, signed and certified. There it is, first one ever. I think he discovered Pluto. Let's do it.
6,000.
6,000, now 65. 6,000, go 65. 6,000, now $6,500, now to go to 65. 6,000, come on, 65. Hey, when you were an astronomer, you had to invent your own stuff, you know? You had to invent your own stuff. 6,000, now 65. I need the 65 to see out of this one. 6,000, now 65. Anybody? All right, we'll do this at $6,000. We'll hold on to that and look into space. Okay. Wow. Beep, beep, beep. That's all it was. That's it. That's it. That's all it was. But it was literally the first step in the space race. We're familiar with it. We had the privilege of selling the Armstrong family collection. And we've been involved in space. Heritage has since the beginning. Susan's here, belongs to our space department. We have a great upcoming space sale. But now, this is the beginning of the space race, the full Sputnik lab model. This is not a replica. It's not something someone made to look like it. This is a lab model. And it's a big thing, sure. I like Samantha yesterday while getting ready for the sale. She goes, quote, if you put this on a rocket and put it into space, it'll work. That's what she said. So if you want to put it on a rocket, give it a shot here. Ladies and gentlemen, the awe-inspiring original vintage test model of Sputnik 1 satellite. It comes with the little receiver there. Looks like a little radio. Lot number 60, a big item in this sale, hugely important. Let's start it out.
52,500.
Now 55, there's 55,000, now to go to 60,000, 65, now 70, now 75, now to go to 80, there's 85, now to go to 90, now to go to 95, 100,000, now 110, 110,000, now to go to 120, you're at 120, 130, now 140,000, 130, now 140, 40, 150, now 160,000, 150, now 160, 50, now 160, 60, 170, now 180, 70, now 180, 70, now 180, 70, 170, now 180, 170, now 180, $170,000. Anybody else? 170,000, 180, now 190. He's all in. 190, now to go to 200,000. 200, now 220, now 240. 220, now 240,000. 220, go 240. 240, 260, 280,000. I'm at 260 now, 280. 260,000 with this gentleman right here. Seeing the stars. 280, now 3. Got to look a little higher. What do you think? Can you get it to 3? He does. He's in orbit now. 300 now, 320. 300 now, 320,000. Heritage Live, real money now. 300 now, $320,000. The beginning of the space race. We had a lot of beginnings here in this sale. This is the beginning of the space race. I'm at $300,000. Anybody else beyond that? $300,000. Fair warning. Then you are in orbit, my friend. $300,000. Yeah. That's more than a fist bump, isn't it? You know, when you get this home, it's like this. Honey, before you say you don't like it. I'm thinking in the kitchen, coordinated.
No, you have to open a satellite office.
Yes, satellite office. That'd be good. But anyway, congratulations. Really, really cool. Terrific. And please come back and see us at our space sale coming up. All right, lot 61, Clyde Tombaugh's handmade 6-inch reflector telescope. Lot 61, let's do it.
4,800.
48, now to go to 5. Now to go to $5,000. 48, now to go to $5,000. Let's do 5,000. 48, now to go to 5,000. Anybody there at 5? 4,800 now bid $5,000. Anyone else? 4,800, yes. We'll do it at 4,800. That one will stay on Earth with us. Here we go. Let's get to the Kennedy administration now. We'll get a little bit into space as well. This is I like this one. This is kind of a thank you note to their wedding planner. Is that right, Samantha? Kind of their wedding planner, like, hey, thanks for everything. Look at JFK's. He only has one panel. Thanks for the wedding. Everything was great. See you next time. Jackie, on the other hand, went into a little more detail. I can just see her delivering a piece of paper saying, hey, will you thank our wedding planner? Yeah, sure. Thanks. Super. Love the napkins and the shrimp cocktail. Here we go. Lot 62, the JFK and Jacqueline Kennedy autograph letter signed, the beginning of Camelot, folks. Here it is, right here, lot 62. Let's do it.
4,800.
48, 5,000, now 55, 5,000, go $5,500. I'm at $5,000, now to go to 55. Now to bid 5,500. I'll take 5,250 if it matters. You want to get in Camelot. We have so many firsts here, so many first steps with space, with coinage. We have the beginning of World War II, the end of World War II. So many firsts. This is one of them. I'm at 5,000, now 55. 5,000, go $5,500. Anybody else? Then we'll do it at 5,000, and that goes to 116. Outstanding. All right, another signature item in a signature sale, folks. This is John F. Kennedy White House physician Janet P. Trevels, who became the White House physician, by the way, personal P&P Carolina rocker. So JFK, he said, hey, what do you got there? She goes, oh, this is my rocker. And as you know, he had a horrible back. I'm not really sure where it was injured, but he dealt with back pain, chronic back pain all the time. And this chair provided a little relief. And anyway, this is the beginning of that whole story. Ladies and gentlemen, lot 63, the President Kennedy's White House physician, Janet Trevels, personal P&P Carolina rocker. What are we going to do on it?
$48,000.
Now to go to $50,000, now to 48, now to go to 50, now to go to 50,000. The first rocker he ever sat in. Sure, 48 now to go to 50. The first rocker he ever sat in the very chair she went on to treat him with in the Senate and the White House. I'm at 48,000 now to go to 50,000. Anybody now at 50, 48? And of course, Dr. Trevell became the White House physician. We're going to see another item in a little bit. I'm at 48,000 now to go to $50,000. Arguably the prototype, if you will, of the Kennedy rocker. I'm at 48,000 now to go to 50, now to go to 50,000. These rockers were scattered around wherever he went at his summer place, and I believe they were even shipped to wherever he was going so he could relax and find some relief. I'm at 48,000 now to go to $50,000. Sure, 48,000 now to go to 50. And again, these became so crucial to the president's mental health, his physical health, and his sense of peace. And these things did travel around. The Secret Service hauled these babies around wherever he was going. So wherever he went, this rocker went, and we'll see a little something about that in a couple of minutes as well as it's coming up. But anyway, we're at $48,000 now to bid 50. Now to go to 50,000. Waiting for someone on the phone. Anybody else? 48,000. All right, Joe, we'll stay on keep time on this one. 48,000, and we'll hold off on that rocker. But that's okay. Again, Dr. Trevels here, handwritten physical evaluation of Senator JFK in 1955, used to order his very first Kennedy rocker. Look at the sketches. Look at this. She was like, well, I don't know. Let's make it perfect. And again, she became the White House physician, so really cool. Lot 64, what are we going to have? 26, now 28. Now there's the 28, now 30, now 3,000. I'm at 28 now to go to 3. Now to go to $3,000. I'm at 28 now, bid 3,000. 2,800, anybody there at 3? Look at this. These are the sketches. That his measurements, his arms, how it's going to fit perfectly, custom made for him. I'm at 2,800 now, $3,000. Anybody else? 20, and we've handled these rockers in the past here at Heritage. I'm at 28 now, 3,000. And if you own one, I can't imagine you don't want the plans. 2,800 now, 3,000. I will do it at 2,800. 2,900. Now I need 3. Now I need 3. Last minute bid came in from Heritage Live. 3,000. Thank you. Now 32. 3,000 now 32. $3,000. I've got the 3 here. Now 32. Heritage Live, I need you to speak up just a teeny bit quicker as we move along. If you own one of these rockers or you've always have, what a cool thing. 3,000 now 32. 3,000 it is. Fair warning. Anybody else? $3,000, and that goes to bidder 102 now. Thank you very much. What? You got it? Sure. All right, Jackie Kennedy's, this is Carolina Herrera suit. She wore this on the campaign trail. So in the world, let me tell you a little bit, in the world of clothing, there is owned. There are things that are owned by noteworthy people, celebrities. There are things that are owned. Then there are things that are worn. And then there are things that are worn in their respective job, what they're doing, what's in history. This is that third stage. So again, this is Jackie Kennedy's personal own houndstooth jacket, skirt, and scarf worn on the campaign trail when she was supporting her husband. So this is not only owned, not only worn, but used, if you will, as well. Lot 65, what do we have? 45,000 now, 55, 5,000 now to go to 55, 5,000 bid 5,500, 5,000 now to go to 55. Come on, $5,500. I'm at $5,000 now to go to 55. Anybody at 5,500, 5,000, 55, 6,000 now, 65, 6,000 now to go to $6,500. I'm at $6,000 now to 65. 6,000 now to go to $6,500. 65 now 7. There's 7 now, 7,500. Now 75. 7,000 go to $7,500. What do you think? 70. I'm at $7,000 now to go to 75. This again, Jackie Kennedy's owned and worn and used, if you will, if you want to talk about her wearing this on the campaign trail. I'm at 7,000 now, 75. 7,000 goes $7,500. $7,000 it is. Anybody at 75? $7,000. Anybody now at 75? Fair warning at 7. 7,000 is the number. Who gets it? 116. Thank you very much. Again, we talk about owned and used, and JFK's campaign trail and presidential speech, large typewriter. His fingers were on these keys. Lot 66. Again, this is his White House presidential and campaign speeches. He wrote them on this. What are we going to do? 10,000, now 11,000. 10 grand, now 11,000. 10,000, now $11,000. I'm at 10,000, now 11. What do you think? 11,000. I'm at 10 bid 11,000. 10 now 11,000. 10 go $11,000. 10 now 11,000. Anybody 11,000? 10,000 now 11,000. Dare I say I owned a Smith Corona in college. Looked just like it with a plug. You probably don't even know what a typewriter is, Maddie. But yeah, of course you. Everyone, 10,000 now 11,000. 10,000 now 11. Karina, that's a typewriter, by the way, in case you didn't know what that was. Oh, you did. Okay, 10,000 now 11,000. 10 bid $11,000. 10,000 it is. Anyone else? Really, really cool stuff. You talk about used by JFK to write speeches and campaign and just wonderful. $10,000, 10 grand it is. Who gets it?
7117.
117. All right, moving right along, folks. We're getting this one. We talked about those chairs going wherever he goes. And this is JFK. Do you plan on taking your rocking chair with you to the White House if you're elected president? I like this. Look at this. Whither I ghost, it goes. So I like that. This is the JFK typewritten question to John F. Kennedy bearing his handwritten reply. What do we have?
7,000.
7,000, now 75. Now to bid $7,500. I'm at 7 grand, now 75. Come on, 75 I've got. Now to go to 8,000. I'm at 75, now to go to 8. 75 now to $8,000. 75 now to bid 8. 7,500 now 8,000. I'm at 75 here. Now go $8,000. 75 in the bank. Anybody else? Wow, 75. Handwritten by JFK. 8,000. Susan, you have 8? 8,000 now 85. Your nemesis. You want to go 85. Now to go to 9,000. I'm at 85. Now to go to 9. 85 go 9,000. 85 it is now 9. What do you think, Susan? She says 9. Yes. 9,000 go 95. Now to go to 9,500. I'm at 9,000 go 95. 95 now to 10. Now to go to 10,000. Susan go 10. Now to $10,000. 95 now to 10. What do you think? You want to go 10? It's the good side of the fence. Wow. 9,500. This bidder, this agent is wiping his forehead. Thank heavens. 95. Anybody at $10,000? Fair warning. Wow. 9,500. Lucked out there. Bidder 101. Thank you much. All right. I'm taking a sip on this. All right, here we go, folks. This is the JFK and Dr. Janet Travell again. This is, I believe, most doctors are talking about his treatments and how he wants it presented to everybody. He knocks out that last paragraph and says, "Nah, we're not going to include that." But the published version of this letter, which appeared in the March 13th issue of the magazine, features JFK's remarks verbatim as he wrote them here. This fascinating early draft of the letter highlights the president's deep connection and involvement with this subject. So, talks about his treatment, lot 68. Let's do it.
4,800.
48 now 5,000. Now to go to 5. 48 now to go to $5,000. Anybody at 5? Where are all my physicians out there? Anybody else? 48 now to $5,000. Anybody there at 5,000? I'm at 48 now to go to 5. Come on, 5 grand, 4,800. Yes. Anybody at 5,000? We'll do it at 48. Wow, that's a disappointment, folks. I can't imagine that's going to last very long. That'll be gone. All right, let's get to the assassination. The Lee Harvey Oswald autograph letter signed to his brother on the censorship of his correspondence. I tell you, when you read through this, I'm sure you've read through this already, really, really a lot of foreshadowing here and his sense that people are watching him. The letter is directly referred to during the testimony of Robert Edward Lee Oswald, as well as the Warren Report transcripts. Here is the actual letter. So you want to go back to 1963, we can do it. Lot 69.
5,000.
How about 55? How about $5,500 now for the Oswald letter? 5,000 go $5,500. Anybody else? I'm at 52 and a half. 55 now 6,000. Now to bid 6. I'm at 55 now $6,000. Come on, 6 grand. 55 bid 6. 57 56 now 65. 6,000 go 65. 6,000 go $6,500. I'm at 6 grand. Go 65. 6,000 now 65. 6,000. What do you think at $6,500? 6,000. Yes. Anybody else? $6,000. How about 65? Anybody at 62 and a half? 6,500. Yes. Anyone else? Then fair warning. Fair warning at $6,000. Anybody else? Then we'll do it at $6,000. Goes to internetbuyer.ha.com. All right. The scarce autograph note from President Kennedy on White House Secretary. This is an autograph note draft as president. Thank you for your thoughtful note. I am not aware that the situation we discussed is anything but satisfactory. I would appreciate your continuing to give it thought. Cordially, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is lot 70. JFK didn't have the best handwriting, did he, Emily? Didn't have the best. Kind of wrote like a physician writing out a prescription. But anyway, here it is, lot 70. What do we have?
4,800.
48 now 5. Now to $5,000. I'm at 48 now 5,000. What do you think at 5 grand? 48 now to go to 5. Let's do $5,000. Anybody there at 5? 48 go to 5 grand. 48 go 5,000. Anybody else then? 4,800. 4,800. All right, that letter will stay with us tonight. That's okay. All right, the custom Hamilton electric watch gifted to President Kennedy and worn. He actually wore this. So that's pretty cool. It's got his 2 kids on it. I can't imagine anybody else wearing it. So he wore this. So pretty cool. The JFK Deluxe. Again, the Hamilton electric wristwatch. Of course, Heritage is a purveyor of fine timepieces. I would include this in that realm. What do we have, lot 71?
10,000.
10,000, 11,000, 10 bid 11,000. 10 go $11,000. Anyone out 11,000? I'm at 10 grand out of it 11,000. Anybody at 11,000? You don't have to be a fan of presidential. You can just be a fan of the whole Kennedy mystique, if you will. 10,000 out 11,000. I'm at 10 grand. $10,000. Anybody else? 10,000. Any little it goes to? Internet bidder. All right, we talked about some models, right? We had the Titanic model of the Life boat. Now this is our second model of the sale. This is an official contractor's model, the Apollo Lunar Module. I'm quite sure Susan in the Space Department would have loved to have had this in their sale, and she's saying shucks, but you know what? It's okay. It promotes the space, and of course, this is the one presented to JFK. So pretty cool. Apollo Lunar Module contract presented to President JFK. With Evelyn Lincoln signed LOA. So they're thinking, hey, this is what we think, this is how it'll look. The added description, President Kennedy's personal secretary's name, Evelyn Lincoln. I think we wrote Evelyn White in the description. So not a big deal there. The description previously misstated as Evelyn White. But anyway, it's Evelyn Lincoln. Everything else stays the same. Ladies and gentlemen, the Apollo lunar lander here, presented to JFK, lot 72.
9,500.
95, 10,000, an easy one at 10,000. We sell regular models in our space sale for this. I'm at 10,000, now 11,000. 10 go 11,000, I'm at 10 now to bid $11,000. 10 go 11,000. Folks, this is a 25, 30,000, 11, now 12, now 13,000, now to 13. 12 go $13,000. I'm at 12 go 13. 13,000, 14. I'm not writing anything down. 15, 16,000, 16 now 17,000. 16 goes 17. 16 goes 17,000. 17,000, 18, 19,000, 19, 20,000, now 22. 22 now 24, now 26. 24 now 26. By the end of this decade, we will land a man on the moon. We will do these things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. 26 now 28, or something like that. 26 now 28. 26, 28 now 30,000. Now to go to 30. 28 now to go to 30. 29 now 30,000. 29 now to go to 30. 29 now $30,000. I'm at 29,000. It's worth more. 30,000 now 32. 30 as we again now have prospects are going back to the moon. Can you imagine what this is? 32 now 34,000. I'm at 32 now $34,000. 32 it is now 34,000. Again, if this reaches 50, I'm not surprised. No one is surprised here. 36 now 38,000. Someone yell 50,000. Save us some time. 36 now $38,000. I'm at 36 now 38 grand. 36 now $38,000. 36 it is now 38,000. Anybody else? Anybody else? 38,000. This is again the Apollo Lunar Module, Grumman Contractors model. That was made right there on Long Island at Grumman in New York. I know because I grew up on Long Island and I had friends whose dads worked on this. I'm at 38,000 now to go to $40,000. I'm at 38 now to go to 40. 38,000 now, $40,000. Anybody at 40? You ought to be all over this. Again, not because these things are easy, but because they are hard. I'm at 38,000 now, $40,000. Anyone else? Anybody else? 40,000. Of course, 40,000. Now 42,000. I'm at 40,000. No surprises here. 41 on a cut bid. Okay, fine. How about 42,000? I'm at 41 now to go to 42. Now to go to 42,000. And again, you get the LOA by Evelyn Lincoln. That's like another collectible. That was Lincoln's secretary. All right, I mean, she could rub elbows with him. I mean, that was them. This is the LOA. That comes with this. I'm at 41,000 now to go to 42. Now to go to be a topper. I'm at 41,000, sitting on the cut bid. Do I write it down? Do I write it down at 41,000? Fair warning at 41. 42. I'm not writing anything down. How about 44? I'm at 44,000. I'm at 44 now, 46. Now this is what happens at Heritage Auction. The things just go right up again, right up into orbit. 44 now, 46,000. I'm at 44 now, 46. Anybody else? 44 now, 46,000. I'll take the 45 if it matters. I'm at 44 now to go to 45, maybe 46 if you want all in. Fair warning at 44. If you don't have a cut, if you still have your cut bid, you ought to throw it on the table now. I'm at 44,000 now, 46. Anybody else then? Anyone else? Then we'll do it at $44,000. Who gets this? 118, and that lands safely on their desk or bookshelf. All right, pretty good. These are, I call these kind of content letters. Not only do they relate to the person, but they relate to their business, to their expertise. the John F. Kennedy autographed letter draft signed of former President Dwight David Eisenhower, expressing his gratitude for Eisenhower's support and advice during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Can you imagine? So again, this isn't Kennedy's grocery list. This is a letter signed to another president about one of the pivotal moments in our country's history when things could have really gone south. It's right here. Ladies and gentlemen, lot 73, what do we have? 10,005, now 11,000. I'm at 10,500, now at 11. President to president about a world history event. 12,000, now 13,000. 12 go 13, now 14,000. I'm at 13 now to go to 14,000, 13 now to go to 14. 13 now to go to 14,000. President to president, topic included. 14, 15,000, now 16,000. 16, 17,000. 16 goes 17, $18,000. 17, 18, now to go to 19,000. 18, 19, now $20,000. Now to bid 20, 20 now 22. Now 22, now 24,000, bid 24, 22,000 now to go to 24, 22,000 now 24,000. If you are any kind of history or diplomacy expert or fan, whatever, this has got to be in your collection. The White House, Washington, Kennedy to Eisenhower, thanking him for his advice. I'm at 22 now, 24, 22,000. Anybody else? $22,000 should be way higher. 22 now, 24,000. Anyone else? Fair warning. Anyone else then? Then we'll do it at $22,000.
7119.
119. I'd like to point out that was in the M. Sandler, the letters of John F. Kennedy. Very close name to me. All right, big letter. This is another one. Let's do it. The JFK type letter to Douglas Dillon, Secretary of the Treasury. Letter of authenticity from Evelyn Lincoln. It concerns the effect of the missile crisis and what might have been during the week of November 1962. Incredible. What are we going to do? 5,000 we've got. Now 55. 5,000 go 5,500. 5,000 now to go to 55. 5,000 go to 55. 5,000 go 5,500. 5,000 is now to bid 55. Come on, $5,500. Again, I call these topic letters. This is not only the important person, but an important topic that they're involved in. 5,000 now to go to 55. 5,000 now 5,500. 5,000. I mean, if the Wright brothers were writing each other saying, I think we should invent an airplane. I don't know. And that's an important letter. This is like that. 5,000 now 55. 5,000 go 5,500. 5,000. Anybody else? We'll do it at $5,000 goes to
7107.
107. Repeat buyer. All right. Big item here. You got to like this. The red, white, and blue phone only had one number in it. That was the White House switchboard. You picked this up and someone answered in a second. Again, this is Kennedy's presidential White House hotline travel telephone. This went wherever he did. It went to Bing Crosby's home. There's some good surrounding story about perhaps it was going to be Frank Sinatra was expecting Kennedy. He had his house all wired, ready to go for his visit. It didn't work out that way. He went to Bing Crosby home, thought it looked a little better from some things that were going on at the time, but a great story in there. This is lot 75, the red, white, and blue presidential travel hotline. What are we going to do? 10,000. Anybody? There's 10,000, now 11,000. I got the 10. Now to go to 11,000. I'm at 10,000, now 11. 10,000. There's 11,000 new bidder. Now to bid 12. 11,000, now 12,000. 12, now 13,000. 12 go 13. 12 go 13. Now 14,000 to you. Now to 14. 14,000, now 15,000. Bid 15. I'm at 14 go 15. 14 here, now 15,000, 16,000. 16,000, what do you say? 16, 17,000. 16 goes 17. 16 goes 17,000. 17, 18 to you, sir. 17, now 18. He says, sure. Now to go to 19,000. 18, yes, go 19,000. 18, 19, Samantha, 19,000. 19,000, 20,000. Now bid 20. 20,000. There's 20, now 22. 20,000, now 22,000. I'm at 20 grand, now 22,000. There's 22, now 24. Now to 24,000. 24, now 26. 24 now 26. 26, 28 to you, sir. 28,000. What do you say? 28 now 30. 28 now to go to 30,000. 28 now 30. No, you want to go 29? Why wouldn't you? You haven't even used your cut. 28 now to go to 29. Need an answer? Why 28 now to go to 29? Sure, 29. Anybody else? 28,000 right here in front of me. Anyone else then? Then you get the special phone call, $28,000, bidder 101. Thank you very much. All right, this has got a great story. I love this. Our Cuban friends thought the side story on this, I'm not going to get into it, but really, really cool. The check was ultimately returned because they couldn't read the signature and they thought it was a joke because it was to a Cuban place during the Cuban Missile Crisis. They're like, we're not cashing this check. Then it turns out that the bank says, oh goodness, it was real. They reissue the check and then they they void that check. So it really comes with two checks, right? So it's really, really a cool item. Great story. And we're going to let it go. Lot 76, what do we have? Now 75 now, 8,000. There's the 8. You got 8,000. There's the 8. Now to go to 85. 8,000 here, now 8,500. Great side story on this. 8,000 go 85. This hangs in your home. You get it nicely presented. I guarantee people are going to be talking about it. What is this? You get a great story. 8,000 go 85. 8,000 go $8,500. I'm at 8,000 now 85. 8,000 go 8,500. 8,000 85. Now to go to 9. Now to go to $9,000. 80. Prior 85, 9,000, now 95. Now to go to 95, I'm at 9,000, go 95. Sure, 9,000, go 95. I'm at 9,000. Again, the canceled check, the side story is terrific on this. I'm at $9,000, now to go to 95. 92 and a half. Now to go to $9,500. I'm at 92.50, bid the 95. 95, now did 10. Now to go to 10,000. Now to go to 10,000. If any, I like this. By the way, this is written on one of the checks. I got to read it off. Our catalogers wrote it, but I absolutely have to read it. It says, if anything is going to bounce on the Cuban sisters, it should not be a check. It's right there. So he actually wrote that in a PS on the letter. I think it's terrific. Anyway, we're at 9,500 now to go to 10 grand. Now to go to 10,000. Now to go to $10,000. 95 now to go to 10,000. Fair warning at 9,500. Great story. Anyone else then? That's a super story. $9,500 goes to 119. What a fantastic. All right, this is kind of cool. We know the Kennedys and they're lovers of Irish heritage, as they were. President Kennedy writes a verse of the Wearing o' the Green for his visit to Ireland in 1963. This is a verse that really wasn't in the song, but the people who sang the song made it. They said, we'll work it in. So really cool. He wrote the lyrics just before going down to the lunch on the piece of paper on the White House stationery. So pretty cool, I think. And there are the words and the lyrics that he wrote down. What are we going to have on it? 48 now to go to 5. Now to go to 5,000. Come on in, have a seat. 48 now to go to 5,000. 48 now to go to 5. Anybody there at $5,000? I'm at 48 now 5. 48 now $5,000. Anybody there at 5,000? I'm at 4,800. Come on, 5 grand. Let's go to 5,000. 48. Anybody there at $5,000? 48. Yes. Anyone else? 4,800. Anyone else? Then we'll do it at $4,800, and that will stay with us. All right, folks, I love this piece. This is, again, one of my top 5. I just want you to you to put yourself in the White House Oval Office, in the Situation Room. I want you to picture JFK sitting back in his chair with a pen in his hand, a legal pad in front of him, and he's writing notes. And this is it. President Kennedy's cabinet meeting notes regarding security in the Middle East. This is his little doodles, how he's passing the time, how he's listening to people present their presentations. This is it right here. The JFK autograph notes about the security in the Middle East held on July 23rd, 1963. And again, these are the variables running through the president's mind, and they start to become clear. So anyway, fascinating piece. Really see the workings of the president, what they're thinking and how it's going. What are we going to do? 26. I'm putting my pen down. Someone yell 5 grand and get me started. I'm at 26 now, 2,800. Now to go to 28, 26 now, $2,800. 26 now, bid 28. 2,600 now, $2,800. I'm at $2,600. Anybody else at 26? 28. 26 now, $2,800. Peace in the Middle East. Boy, don't we want that. 26 now, $2,800. I'm at 28. 26 bid $2,800. Anybody there at $2,800? I'm at 26. Every president wanted it. 26 now, $2,800. Anybody else? Fair warning at 26, 27. There's 28. Now to go to 3,000. Now to go to 3,000. I'm at 28 now to bid 3. 2,800 now, $3,000. What do you think of 3,000? Again, for the working legal pad. And I want you to picture yourself there, seeing Kennedy there with the pen, writing some things, sketching some things. This is it. I told you these items would put you in history, not just remind you of it. I'm at 2,800 now, 3,000. 28 now, 3,000. Anybody there? We'll do it at $2,800. Goes to 116. Moving along, this is certainly an interesting item. We've over the years, I presided over several sales that dealt with the Kennedy assassination. This one is certainly one of the more interesting ones. The Lee Harvey Oswald suit, worn just 3 months before the assassination. There it is, lot 17, the tan suit. So if you're looking for a gabardine suit right here, this is it, lot 79. What do we have? 5,000 now, 55. Got the 5,000 now to go to $5,500. I'm at $5,000 now to bid 55. 5,000 now to go to 5,500. Anyone now at 55 and $5,000? Come on, 55. Anyone now at 5.5? I'm at $5,000 for the suit. 5,000 bid 55. Anyone else? 5,000, we'll do it at $5,000 goes to 7110, outstanding. Gotta like this one. This has some additional catalog or comments that I will read to you, if I can find it. And we're coming up to the close of the sale, so hang in there with me. We're almost done. Lot 80. This is lot 80. This is lengthy, so it's the JFK 1959 and 1963 presidential limousine flag. This automobile flag was used in presidential motorcades during the administration of JFK. This flag was ordered 1 week after the citizens of Hawaii voted in a referendum to accept statehood, making one of the very first 50-star flags made for and by the United States government. Our thanks to flag expert James Farragon for sharing his expertise in helping us update this description. Here it is, folks. This is a presidential motorcade flag. What are we going to have on it? Let's do it. $20,000. Anybody now? 20,000. I'm at 19. Now to go to 20,000 on the 20,000. Now 22. 20,000. Now $22,000. Bid to 22. 50 stars. There they are. We've had a 20-star flag just go nuts a little while ago. I'm at 50 now. I'm at 20,000 now. 20. What do you mean, Mike? We can all get 50-star flags. Not this one. I'm at 20,000 now. 22. Now to go to $22,000. I'm at 22,000. And you get, this is from George Hickey. This flag was brought back from Dallas by George Hickey Jr. and kept in his possession throughout his lifetime. Special Agent Hickey gave sworn testimony to the Warren Commission as to the minute-by-minute whereabouts of his duties and his possession of the presidential limousine the entire time it was in Dallas. So you can make your own conclusions on this flag and where it was. I'm at 20,000 now, 22,000. 20,000 now, 22,000. Anybody else? Anybody else then? I'm at $20,000. Fair warning at 20,000. Then we'll do it at $20,000. 7120. All right, folks, big item here. There were 4 cameras. We remember it. We've seen the video. He's been shot. This is the KRLD camera and sound collector. That's that big cone there. You see that in the inset there. Capture and arrest of and assassination of Lee Harvey Oswald. Again, a milestone moment in history of television. And here's one of the cameras that recorded just that. Ladies and gentlemen, a signature item in the signature sale. It's right outside, lot 81. What do you have? 15,000, now 16,000. We're now 16,000. I'm at 15,000, now 16,000. 15,000, go to $16,000. Anyone now at 16? 15 bid 16,000. Anyone now at 16,000? Sure, 15,000 out of it 16. Again, this is one of the 4 cameras. This is camera number 3, and it recorded the press conference, I believe. This is suspected that KRLD camera 1 and 2 was set up in the basement of the Dallas Department. Await the moment. And of course, I believe camera 3, if I'm not mistaken, Samantha, recorded the press conference, or one of them. So again, this camera right there in history, again, puts you in history. I'm at 15,000 now, $16,000. And of course, it comes with the sound collector, which is basically a big cone held by somebody. They didn't have those boom mics with the furry mics. They had these. So it's 15,000 now, $16,000. 15,000 now, 16. 15 now to bid 16,000. Anybody else need an answer soon at 15? Go to 16. Actually, we can hang on. 15 bid 16. Someone waiting to get on the phone. I will get a sip while they're doing just that. 15,000 now, 16. I'm at 15,000 for the KRLD camera TV numero trace, the 3rd one, and the sound collector. Anybody else then? Fair warning at 15,000. Anyone else then? Anybody else you want to bid? 15 it is, and we'll do it at 15,000, and it stays with the book. Thank you very much. That's ha.com. All right, folks, just a couple of items are remaining. We are going up to lot 85. This is lot 82 now. This is absolutely, you want to be put in history. This is it. You're not only being put in history, you're putting in the back seat of that limousine, the bloodstained leather upholstery from the presidential limousine. That limousine, let me just tell you, that limousine, they didn't retire it after this assassination. They got it refurbished. They built it up with armor plating. It ended up weighing twice, more than twice of what it did during that Dallas event. And of course, they had to pull off the leather and remove it and re-leather the limousine. This is a piece of that bloodstained leather on that fateful day in November. Ladies and gentlemen, lot 82, what are we going to have on it? 10.5 now, 11,000. 10.5 now, 11,000. 11,000 I've got. Now to go to 12. 11,000 out of it, 12,000. Prior 11, give me, I go all in at 12. A prior 11 now to go to 12. 12,000, thanks. Now 13. 12 go 13,000. 12 here now to go to 13. 12 it is now 13,000. Again, this puts you not only in history, it puts you in the back seat. I'm at 12,000 now 13. 12 it is now $13,000. What do you think? Again, this is the bloodstained leather upholstery from the presidential limousine. The limousine they did not retire. They did not. They kept it in. They kept it in the fleet. 12,000 now $13,000. 12,000 now 13,000. Anybody else? $12,000. It was refurbished and used. Joe, this was driven 12,500 now 13. Now to go to 13,000. Now I need 13,000. Sure, 13,000 now 14,000. 13 it is now to go to 14. 13,000 bid 14,000. The driver of this car drove it back from Ohio because they didn't fly it. They actually had to drive it back in the night because they didn't want people. So this big bulletproof limo, the limousine that Kennedy died in, or not died in, but was assassinated, we just drove back in the middle of the night to Washington. It's unbelievable what happened. I'm at 13,000 here with this gentleman. Now to go to 14,000. 13 now to go to 14,000. Anybody else? Anyone else then? And we'll do it at $13,000, and that goes to bidder 101. Wow, that was a great one. Thought that might go higher. All right, here we go. The wallet Jack Ruby was carrying on November 24th when he shot and killed Lee Harvey Oswald just a few days after the Kennedy assassination. These are all his wallets. May I point out that that license, that driver's license, has an address that was very, very close to our old office location. It's right there. So that's pretty cool. I will read it to you just as a point of interest. That was 3500 Oak Lawn. That's where our office was, basically, our old office, until we moved into this bazillion square foot place in DFW. But that, it really hits home. So this is everything in his wallet. Jack was he was a bar owner and, of course, a strip club owner. There it is. So there's some of the stuff out in his wallet. But anyway, lot 83, what do we have? Now to go to 10. 95 now to go to $10,000 for the Jack Ruby wallet. The day this happened, I'm at $9,500, 95 now to go to 10. When he was arrested and taken custody, this is what the police pulled out of his pocket and put on the desk. I'm at $9,500 now to go to 10,000. Anyone now at 10,000? 95 now to go to 10. All right, we'll do this at 9,500. This will stay in our pocket for now, and we'll move along. All right, folks, the Medal of Freedom, pretty cool. This, of course, comes with the ribbon, comes with the a pin, a lapel ribbon. This was a Supreme Court justice, a civil rights activist. That was Felix Frankfurter, Presidential Medal of Freedom with distinction. So not everyone gets that. This is the one with distinction, and this is awarded by John F. Kennedy, awards the USSC Justice, United States Supreme Court Justice Felix Frankfurter, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. So pretty cool stuff. Actually, Kennedy chose Frankfurter, I think, for the award, but didn't present him with the award because he was gone. So kind of a bittersweet moment for the Supreme Court Justice, I'm sure. Ladies and gentlemen, lot 84, the Medal of Freedom, Supreme Court Justice. What are we going to have? 11,000 now 12. Now to go to $12,000. I'm at 11,000. Now bid 12. 11,000. Come on, $12,000. Anybody? 11,500. Now to go to 12. Now to go to 12 grand. I'm at 11,500. Now to bid 12,000. 11,500. Come on, 12. 11,500. It is bid 12,000 for the Medal of Freedom. If you're a lawyer, if you're a legal collector, if you're a legal scholar, if you're a presidential collector, this has so much crossover. I'm at 11,500. Now to go to 12,000. Now to bid 12,000. I'm at 11,500. Now to go to 12. Now to go to $12,000. Anybody else? 11,500 it is. 11,500 yes. Bid 12,000. It's $11,500, and it goes to 121. Outstanding. All right, folks. This is the wrap-up item. This is the last item in the sale. We hope you had a great time. Some of the what's that? No, those are all no lotted. 85, I think, right? 80. Is there a? This is the last lot. Okay. Yeah, thanks. So this is the final lot, lot 85. If you are thinking about purchasing or reconsidering any of the items that still remain, you can call Joe or any of his staff. Samantha, I'll give her extension. What's your extension? Oh, okay. Joe, what's yours again? 1511, right here at Heritage. I already gave Joe's. No one. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the changing of everything. The first thing you do with this phone, if you get it, you put the Heritage app on it, right? Here we go. Lot 85, factory sealed, first generation iPhone. I want to point out, Heritage has recently sold sealed VHS tapes, sealed computer games for six figures, hundreds of thousands of dollars. This changed everything, and it did. I've got one right here, as a matter of fact. Ladies and gentlemen, lot 85, the factory sealed first generation iPhone. What do we have? 15,000. Do I have the 15? Got 15. Now to go to 16,000. 15 here, now 16,000. I'm at 15 now to go to 16,000. 15 it is. Anybody else? I'm at $15,000. Again, factory sealed things from iconic parts of Americana. This is it. This is no longer a modern item. This is a piece of Americana. I'm at 15,000 now, 16,000. 15,000 is anybody at 16? 15,000, yes. Anybody else? 15,500. 16,000. That's an easy one. 16,000. 15,500. I've got the 15,500 on a cut bid. You want to go 16? 16,000. Now 17,000. 16 here, now 17. 16,000 goes 17,000. I'm at 16 now to go to 17,000. Heritage Live. 16,000. Ready to wrap. Anybody else? Fair warning at $16,000. 17,000. Now you need to answer the call, as they say, at 17,000. 16 now 17. I'm sorry, 17 now to go to 18. Thank you. 17 now to go to 18. 17 go to 18. I'm at 17,000. Fair warning on 17,000. Then we'll do it at $17,000, and it goes to
7122.
7122. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our platinum sale, historical platinum. There it is. Enjoy the catalog. Put it on your bookshelf. I think it's a coffee table book. I hope you enjoy the ownership of the items, and thank you very much for visiting us at Heritage.